Yeah, it's crazy right now.
And on top of all of it, you decided to add a coaching job at a high school. I really want to know. Let's start here. I want to know why you decided to add this to your plate, and is this a glimpse of a retired Daniel Cormier?
This is a bit of a, the job came available in my town, and it's a really good school, really good program, and also it helps my son. Like, my boy is 7 now, and he has a lot of good partners at AKA, but when you add that team too, it gives him a ton of guys to wrestle with, little kids, and I believe it'll help him in his journey, also help a lot of the kids on the team in the high school. And with the visibility that I have and the notoriety, I can get coaches into the room to look at these young men and give them opportunities to go to college. This sport's done so much for me that I just really want to give back.
So this is something that's important to you, and assuming this will be something that you continue to do well after you're retired from the UFC.
Yes. Yeah, because think about it. Once I'm done fighting, right? Like right now, obviously, fighting is still my main focus. But once I'm done fighting, I do UFC Tonight on Wednesdays, and I call fights sometimes on a Saturday. What am I going to be doing with all this time? Can't work 4 days a week, a month. Are you crazy? Could you imagine me working 4 days a month? My wife would kill me. She'd be like, dude, get a job. She might put me to work if I'm not careful. She might make me go and get a daily 8 to 5 so that I get out of her face. So I'm like, nah, if I'm not getting rid of this energy. So I'll go train. And with this job, it allows me to still go to the gym. From 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock, I can go and I can train mixed martial arts. I can help the fighters at AKA. Once I'm done with that, I can just go back to Gilroy, coach the high school team, and then on certain days, coach the youth team at AKA.
So let's talk about the fight. You're now fighting. You're the light heavyweight champion. You're fighting for the heavyweight championship. At what point, if at any point, did you say, you know what, the heavyweight championship in the UFC is something I want?
It was after the fight with Volkan Ozdemir. When you get a victory and you're feeling good again and everything is how you feel it should be, I start saying, man, I've always been a guy that's had big aspirations. If I thought like the majority of the people that grew up in my situation, you limit yourself, So I've always kind of dreamed big, and I think that by dreaming big, I was like, this is another opportunity to do something really special. And when Dana called me and told me it was a real option, I was like, you know what, I need to really explore this and see if it works for me.
And I know you're pressed against time here. Let's think about the future. I mean, I know you've talked about retirement in the near future. You put out the number, 40 years of age out there. But there are still fights that people would love to see you compete in. And even at the press conference, people mentioned Brock Lesnar. Your eyes became really wide, and that became an option. But I'm just wondering, are there any fights that you absolutely must have before you retire?
Stipe Miocic, and that's it.
That's it. After that, no Jon Jones, no Brock Lesnar?
It's not what I don't have to have them. I don't have to have those fights for my legacy or for me financially. I would like to, but it's not a must. I'm okay with everything going into this Miocic fight, and after I win the Miocic fight, I will be okay. I won't need anything more.
That's interesting. So even if, for example, the stars align, you're the heavyweight champ, you're the light heavyweight champion, retirement is out there and Jon Jones gets cleared, even if that fight doesn't happen, you would be completely fine with it based on everything you said in the past?
I think I have to, right? Because he's not available. If he becomes available before the retirement date, then I'll take the fight. But I'm not going to stick around waiting. I didn't put him on the shelf. I didn't get him in trouble. If he was always available and it works within the time frame of me fighting, then of course, it's a fight I want to do. But if he's not there, then that's not nothing I can change.
So I guess I'm just trying to the power of the retirement and just the idea of taking this path. It's nothing will necessarily sway. If Brock comes in 2.5 years and says, I want to fight DC, but you're retired,
Yeah, I think in 2.5 years, if I'm sitting on the shelf in 2.5 years, fighting again won't even be an option. You know, I'll be doing TV and living with my family and doing what I want to do. You know.
Have you given any thought to what will happen, like, post? I know that you're doing the amateur wrestling. Will you continue doing television? Like, will that be something you pursue more of?
Yeah, I'll do the TV stuff. I love doing TV. I mean, but like I said, you know, if all I do is UFC Tonight 4 weeks a month and then call 1 or 2 fights a month, I mean, that's only 6 days of work. I will drive everybody that's in my circle crazy.
Do you, let's say you win the heavyweight championship, do you hope to defend that championship or the light heavyweight championship one more time before you retire, or is it just, whatever comes?
I told you if there's a fight on March 19th, 2019, I'm probably going to take the fight. I don't want to rush out the door. You know, I'm not rushing out the door. I'm just saying that was the day or the time that I said I would be done by, and I want to keep that promise I made to my family and also to myself. When I started, I had a clear time frame for what I wanted to do in mixed martial arts, and you know, because of how my career has played out, I'm 39 years old, and it's like, well, he just fought this guy Ozdemir and did pretty good. Why is he looking at ending his career? But most guys at my age would have probably started to slow down. They'd be like, it's not that big a deal if he retires, you know?
All right, DC, that's it for me. Thanks for your time.
Hey, thank you so much, man.
So there it is, Daniel Cormier. Thanks for him joining us in between. He was very tight scheduled. He literally squeezed this interview in. I think he had a UFC Tonight meeting right after us, and before that he was doing a whole bunch of media, and then he was on a call with someone, I think maybe his manager or something, right before us. So he was a very, very busy guy. So thank you, DC, for taking time to join us on the podcast as a stand-up guy.
Life is busy when you're the champ, man, especially when, in addition to having an active fight career, you want to take on coaching responsibilities at high schools and American Kickboxing Academy and everything else. That guy likes to stay busy, and clearly he's doing that.
He's going to start a business. Like, we're going to hear something like a year where it's like, yep, I decided I want to, I'm going to compete against Carlos Condit. I'm going to start my own coffee company or something like that.
Who knows? Who knows what Daniel Cormier will do, man? I could see him jumping into WWE at some point. I was looking at his Instagram the other day, and he was saying, "Go check out this poke restaurant." And he said something to the effect of that. I don't know if it's his or if he's invested in it or if he's opened it up, but he was plugging it. Kind of inferring that he was a part owner of it, or at least he was in some part of relationship with him. So he's got poke shops, you know. I mean, Daniel Cormier will own the world by the time it's all said and done.
What's up, guys? That's a wrap. The Ultimate Fighter, Team Miocic versus Team Cormier. It has been an amazing journey. I would not have wanted to do it with anyone better or different than Stipe. Can't wait till July 7th, my man. Had a little action going on in this ring today. Look at that. I cannot wait until you guys see this season. It is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. It's been tough being away from the family, wife and kids, but it's an experience that I never thought I would have. I can't wait for you guys to watch the season. Thank you so much for all the support and everything else. I appreciate each and every one of you. Guys, Dan, Kiki, Selena, Daddy's coming home. I love you guys.